What's good, everybody, man? I hope y'all all been good, you feel me? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I kind of just want to start this one off by saying I love y'all. I always got to send that out to y'all. And to y'all that don't know me, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe so you come back and keep, you know what I'm saying? Catching what's, you know what I'm saying? Catching what's up. So, we're gonna carry on today with New Renaissance. And to me, New Renaissance was pretty pivotal in my life because, you know, it was something new. It was the first time, you know, I really had to deal with change. Like, not change like that, but change in the sense where I hated it and I did not want it, and it was just like, yo, why I got to go to this school? So that's what we kind of gonna start it off. 7th grade is gonna be more summed up because I want to say more of the real building process was in 8th grade. So 7th grade kind of, you know what I'm saying, boiled down to this. When it really came down to it, it was like I met my best friend, you feel me? She's a female, yes. I know I'm gonna get a lot, y'all gonna be like, oh, you can't be best friends with a female. Yes, you can. If both of y'all respect each other and both of y'all, you know what I'm saying, respect each other's situation, I don't see why y'all can't be friends. It's just madness. Most people want more than just friendship. So if you came in it with just, you know, being a friend, it could absolutely happen. And at the time, you know what I'm saying, I'm basically kind of introducing Abby now, but it'll, you know, you'll fully understand it in 8th grade. So in 7th grade now, I told you it's a whole new school. We're in uniform, everything different. And like I was telling y'all, this is the first time I even really got heard about eating, you know, coochie and stuff. And I was just from a little Spanish dude that was in our class, you feel me? That just, you know, that was his stick. And this 7th grade I'm telling y'all about, like, I'm like, well, I don't know nothing about none of this stuff to be 100 with y'all, you feel me? So 7th grade come, I'm starting to meet a bunch of dope people, you feel me? Females, look, I gotta go in depth on these females because I was used to the east side. I know all of us, if you're not from, you know what I'm saying, South Florida, it's anywhere in the world like this. You got an east side and a west side. And the east side more, I want to say urban, and the west side more rural. So I just came up, you feel me, going to Perry and Mill Elementary on the east side. So the more urban, you know what I'm saying, let them tell it, folks. My bad about the wind, y'all. I already know it's gonna probably be a little loud. So I'm over here now on the west side. New Renaissance actually, you know what I'm saying, on the west side, kind of where it's rural at. So this year 1 too, you feel me? So it was like the 8th graders, they had a lot of fun. They was tearing stuff up, and I heard a lot of stuff about, you know, yumming stuff up and getting caught smashing in the bathroom. But we 7th graders, and to be honest, I didn't know about like none of that, because it was a different time. I'm trying to let y'all know, like, when I was a shorty, you feel me, it was dial-up. And then when you're on the internet, if somebody call you, they gonna kick you off. So you had to have your whole phone line plugged up to access the internet. Like, you needed a CD. Well, that's how we did it. The AOL, Yahoo CDs, man, they give you a free month. We should just keep re-ing up. That's how we access the internet. And still, like I told you, if your parents on the phone, ain't no smoke. You ain't getting on no internet. So we didn't have access to, you know what I'm saying, all this over sexualization of kids stuff and movies and, you know, TV shows, everything like that. We didn't have that because everything back then was a little more wholesome. You get what I'm saying? Like, everything was a little more old schoolish. Like, it wasn't, they didn't really allow young ladies, like kids, my bad, little girls, to get on TV half naked and stuff like that. Like, that wasn't a thing, you feel me? And sex on TV wasn't a thing. Cursing on TV wasn't a thing. Like, times was a little more simpler. So I didn't know what, you know, head was. I didn't know, you know, what intercourse was, to be honest with y'all, you feel me? So I'm just setting the stage, you feel me, on young Marco. I come into this school totally jacked up because I don't want to be here. mentally, I got a couple of females that I know how to holler at, so I'm like, I'm gonna be okay regardless. But that's why I told you I done met now a whole different breed of women, and it was, you know, something fabulous. And then I didn't even really get in the Abbey Hole clique. They didn't really come from the out west girls. They came from Dade, you feel me? And you know what I'm saying? So I can't really speak on Dade girls back then because I was so young. I wasn't into girls like that. Like, I was playing with the sport. Like, them boys, that's why I started learning about all the sports, and my skills was because, you know, Dade. So coming up, you know what I'm saying? My first, you know, access to females was the East Miramar, you know, Miramar Elementary Perry girls. So now, like I told you about the out west girls, they a little snobby, you know, but it is what it is. They got money, and they, you know, they was raised differently. And I got a bunch of dudes now that's been playing sports since Pee-wees. So remember I told y'all, if I'm at Perry and I'm mutting it, people older than me, people younger than me, it don't matter, I'm out there doing my thing. I get out here now, and you know what I'm saying, I'm around people and kids that actually do this. Like, since, you know what I'm saying, since they were little, like, yo, they been playing football. So if I could keep up with them, in my mind, I'm like, I'm in a pretty good place. And you know, became me and y'all, 7th grade with that testing, you know, I tested the water, and most of them I was better than, some of them I wasn't. So, you know, in my mind, my homie Tate, he was one of the ones that at that time I wasn't, because, you know, you've been playing it for years. I'm just not getting hip to it, like, on a legit level. But that was that little bit of competition I needed to always keep me motivated. Be like, bro, like, and it wasn't like he was better than me and everything, but certain things, you know what I'm saying, that boy did excel at way better than I did. So it was, you know, one of them kind of competitions where I never ever felt any kind of negativity in my heart toward my boy. Like, I ain't never hate on him, because what, man, I need you to get better. So once I get better than you, then I know I'm probably the best walk around. Like, and it wasn't about being the best, but it was just being better, like always being better. Who was gonna be better than who, and we just kept pushing. So this was just me in my mind. I don't even know how he looked at it, but I used to try to always, you know, compete with my dog when we was younger like that. So 7th grade, that's primarily what it was. When I learned a little bit, I heard my first time words, you know, like head, like getting yummed up and stuff like that. Like, didn't know nothing about it. And the BG, I still wasn't really, you know, tripping. I was still on that sports, hollering at these girls from out west, you know, different breed. My homegirls from, you know what I'm saying, Dade, that's a whole different breed, and I still cool with the ones from Perry that I already knew. So now, I guess you could say in this particular place in life, I'm like, I feel like I calmed down. Like, I came to Renaissance in my mind, like, bro, you gotta calm down a little bit. I did. Like, I don't think I got suspended from Renaissance once, maybe once, but come on, from what I just was going, like, once. But I told you I had so much other things on my mind. Like, I got all these different girls, and all of them was beautiful, like beautiful young ladies, and they grew up to be beautiful women, you feel me? So it was hard for me to sit here and act like I'm gonna walk into this whole situation like what I'm used to. No, because I'm telling you, I already learned bit by bit on you're not supposed to be dating a bunch of women, because you ain't trying to get slapped up and all that. It ain't worth it. Then you got Perry. You maybe dated a couple girls, and you maybe dated one or two of them at the same time, and I apologize. So it ain't right. Y'all young men, trust me, that ain't where it's at. But what I learned from it all, going, you know what I'm saying, into meeting these women, these new women, you know what I'm saying, from the old women, from the experiences I done had with girls. This what I took away from it, like, coming into the, like, end of 7th grade, was all these girls, they already know each other. They from the same, you know what I'm saying, neighborhood, or they went to the same schools. They clicked up. They already cool. So I'd be a fool if I think I could do any of that stuff I did back in the day with these girls, because they already know each other. Like, I would, like, this is not no advice, no game. This ain't no game. This just me being stupid. In my mind, I was thinking, boom, if I just date one from every different group, I'd be cool. This, you know, these was my thoughts. It wasn't like I was gonna do it, but I'm trying to let y'all, you know, I'm trying to set the scene basically for you know, how my mind was working, even though I know it wasn't right. And I was like, you know, if I was gonna do it, that's how I was gonna do it. So 7th grade, that's kind of how that whole fist up, you feel me? That's when I learned about the other, they more pranksters. Like we on Perry side, they was doing stuff like flip, you know what I'm saying? Flip the coin, we playing football, burn ball, all that other stuff. But on this side, they was more on the pranking. And even this what I got introduced to when I got to Renaissance 7th grade. They turn the lights off and throw books. Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, I partook in every once in a while. But when I first saw it, like the first 2 times, I just was like, man, y'all out here throwing books, yo. But whatever, that's how they have fun, you feel me? They even threw it at the teachers sometimes, like they was. Anyway, you know, but it's the 7th grade and the 8th grade, they want to be the baddest. They want to set they, you know what I'm saying, set their mark. So we seeing that, and we like, bro, when we get an 8th grade, we're gonna do way more than that. Don't ask me why that was the thing when you younger, you try to make your mark on middle school and stuff, but we did. So, you know, you go to the bathroom, you come back, your whole butt back flipped inside out, like literally flipped inside out, and you got to take all your stuff out and flip it back. See, that's what I'm saying. Like the stuff they did wasn't nothing too crazy, but it just was fun stuff where it get irritated because you got to fix it, but you know you're gonna get a good laugh out of it when you do it to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it ain't really harm nobody. So except for the throwing the book stuff, like some people got hit, and I ain't gonna lie to that. Yo, I want to say for a fact, I ain't ever aim at nobody. So we throwing books, and they hit them lights, and I know it's gonna happen. I'm throwing my book like somewhere across the classroom, just make a bunch of noise. Like I ain't really was on there trying to hit nobody. Like I told you, I wasn't really on that being malicious as a jit, and I already knew it lived in me. So it was like, you know, once that shit start bubbling, my bad for cursing. Once it start bubbling up, you know what I'm saying? As a shorty, that's something I just try to avoid always. So that was, you know what I'm saying, 7th grade. Met, you know what I'm saying, Abby, my dog Tate, and my road dog. Like Tate was at competition on the sports. Abby was my, you know, she was gonna be my best friend, but I just met her, you know what I'm saying. We getting to know each other now. And my boy Twan, he came from Perry with me, so I already knew that boy. It was nothing but love. And my dog Lewis, you feel me? That was my clique when I got the Renaissance. And to be honest, wouldn't trade them for the world. Love y'all boys, man. So that's 7th grade. I don't even want to say summed up. We just gonna say that's 7th grade, you know what I'm saying, as a whole on my perspective, you feel me? At the end of it, now I still realize I'm a commodity, but I'm humbling myself because now I know it's different breeds of women out here. So I thought, okay, boom, I'm good. I'm at Perry, I get all it. No, once I changed that scenery, the things that the Perry girls was, you know, attracted to and they like, these out west girls ain't care nothing about. They like something different and was attracted to something totally different. Then you got the girls from Dade that ain't care nothing about what neither of these females cared about. So it was, you know, it was a learning stage, you know what I'm saying? You had to keep going with it, you get what I'm saying? So that's what 7th grade was for me, was more learning. I was touching the water, you know, testing the water here and there, you know what I'm saying, kissing girls. And this was really the tongue kissing was introduced to me in my game. And I was already hugging and, you know what I'm saying, hunching a little bit, grabbing booty, and that, you know, that's what little boys do. So 8th grade come around. Now this where everything crucial, because before Abby, she's still in Dade. She ain't come to, you know what I'm saying, Melmar yet. And, you know, Tate, that boy, I ain't like, that was my homie, but it was more on that, like, I know he played for Melmar Optimists, you feel me? So at the time, I probably seen a couple of their games, and that's what got me motivated to know, like, 7th grade, I was always saying, like, I'm going to do that next year. I'm going to do that next year. I'm going to do that next year. So when next year came, this one, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to tell y'all about this before we even get into 8th grade. This way it got green for me was, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, the whole time, I know a couple of dudes from Renaissance, even my boy Mark, man, Maurice, that boy, a bunch of them boys from Miami, Optimus, them boys was real, BJ, man, but he stayed with me, so, you know what I'm saying, you know you was with boy. Most of them, though, left, because they made a rule that Dade County kids couldn't play for Miami Optimus no more. That's when the whole birth of Miami Gardens even began. But I was so excited because them boys played their records and what they was doing, and like I told you, they've been doing this for a minute. So, you know, I know Tate, he played other places, but he was at Miami that, like, the last few, like, I think the last year or two. So when I knew he was right there, and that was my little, you know what I'm saying, competition, like, yo, I gotta get better than that boy. It was like, let me go see what this football thing about. You get what I'm saying? Let me go, you know, let me go try. So 8th grade, like, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna talk about this period on 8th grade. So 8th grade, I ended up going to the park, but everybody gone, except for my dog BJ, you feel me? That boy's a quarterback too. Everybody else gone mostly, and it's like 2 or 3 older cats, but BJ was the only one I really knew, you feel me, from the neighborhood, and you know what I'm saying, was cool with. So now, me and my Ottomans, it was a couple older cats and mostly all new kids that really ain't know how to play football, or this, you know, not know how to play football, but this was their first year playing like pads football, or this was their second year. So I go to the park and I'm watching that first, you feel me? I ain't really participating and stuff like that, cause you know how Optimus is. You sign up, then you get your pads, X, Y, and Z. So this was before I even brought it to the old boy. I just was like, I'm in my mind, I'm interested, so I wanted to go see before I went to go bring it to the old boy. So this was another thing. That's why I'm telling y'all this before we get into my 8th grade. As parents, I don't care what they bring to you, you feel me? Sometimes do motivate them to bring different things, but if your child brings something to you, look into it and see, you know what I'm saying, see if they interested in it for real. So I brought it to the old boy, and at the time, you know, he working, he doing his thing, we in school, and I mean, like I told you, I was kind of jacking up and stuff like that, so I wasn't really expecting it too much, because you know how if you don't deserve something, you don't deserve it. But at the time, it wasn't like that. It was like, I just wanted to go try this football thing, you feel me? So, but yeah, he wasn't really for it in the beginning, you get what I'm saying? It just was like, yeah, whatever. But I ended up going out there and started practicing with them. And told them, you feel me, like the old boy ain't really feeling it like that. So at the time, big ups, you feel me, the coach looked out and paid for your boy. So I got to play that first year off of the coach. And once he seen like I brought the pads home, and you know what I'm saying, all he had to do was buy cleats and practice pants and like everything else was taken care of. Then, you know, my little brother and them, like, they always played football. They was always around too, you feel me? So it wasn't like, so definitely, boom, he put he put them into it. I played my first year for free. He paid for them. And my older brother, he was already out here on missions, going to see all kind of young ladies doing their thing, you feel me, venturing the world. Like, we was still in our, you know, we was younger, so we wasn't on that catching the bus, way to plantation, and them boys used to be out there like, but back to the football. So primarily, what I'm saying is, if your kids bring something to you, don't show them off, and don't think they not serious, you feel me? You don't really know. All you could do is try to bloom, like nurse that flower and see where it bloom, like if it bloom or if it's just gonna die. Either way it go, at least they had that experience, you know what I'm saying? So y'all take that. So the old boy, you know what I'm saying, end up putting everybody in the sports. And my first year, no lie, we was getting thrashed, got destroyed most games, you feel me? I even got ranked over. Like, this was the first time I got ranked over, like, and that boy stepped over me, and then I was like, I'm taking this for real. Like, that ain't gonna never happen again. Like, never happen again. So that was like, that first year we sucked, but I learned so much. Coach Wayne, that boy put in a lot of work with me, and I learned so much of how to play football on a legit level that, you know what I'm saying, that was like, I had to give this its own little thing, you feel me? Because this was, I even really got close to my boy B Roy, you feel me, who I be shouting out all the time in the video. Met that boy out here, you feel me? So all this was, you know, something my pops really ain't care for me doing, something that the world said I shouldn't be doing. But I went out there, showed them what I had, and it wasn't much. Like I told you, I only played in the street, so I was really raw, like raw. Don't understand, played like routes, and we did our own thing. So gave me a shot, and then, you know, ran with it, you feel me? So boom, that's that. But it all started because them boys in 7th grade played at Melmar, and I wanted to play on the team with them boys, because they was already mutt and stuff, and them boys was fire. We used to play flag football, and them boys used to tear it up. So, you know, I wanted to play with them boys, knowing like I could be 100. Bam, back to 8th grade renaissance. Now, this when Abby moves to, you know what I'm saying, Melmar. So now, I already told you, me and her cool, we kicking it, we getting to know each other. And now she moved like close to me. So low key, I'm thrilled because now I got, my best friend, like from a female standpoint, right here by me. I already had my boy Torn and Louis. They stayed out west, you feel me? So that's why I was like, it felt good to know like my third best, like my best friend, my first best friend is a female, hands down. But when I say my third, I'm just saying like them boys wasn't way. So it's good to have a best friend that was close. So I started going to hang out at her crib, and when I tell y'all, it's probably like what legit made me be like, yo, you might be okay out here in this world. Her mom's, love you, mommy. Nothing but love from day one. Her sister, listen, now, I already told y'all, like, you see it, if I'm telling y'all I understood how women was moving, she ain't take none of my, like, no from nobody, period. But when it came to me, especially, it ain't matter, she ain't no smoke, Margo, get out my face. Like, cause, like, I was never trying to holler at her, nothing like that, but I might have asked, like, hey, man, what's up with your homegirls? And she'd just be like, man, you better get, like, she ain't, like, that was much love, you already know, Chanel. And Bevel, old boy, like, from my, like this just from me standing on the outside looking in. Not any and every time they needed something, he was there, but my dog was working hard. He took care of his family, you know what I'm saying? I want to say for the more serious things they ever needed, like that I saw. Like I told you, I don't know how it really went down, that's they pops. But from the outside looking in, I just know when she'll hit him up, and then it'll take it there too, but he'll come and make it happen. So, and then I knew he already had a career, like, real working, you feel me? Like, so this was the first time I was introduced to a real healthy family where they wasn't together. Like, they ain't live in the same house, her mom or her pops, but you know what I'm saying? They ain't hold their kids from each other. You get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no big drama on you can't go see your dad or you can't do that. Or, nah, it wasn't like that. So, boom, I'm experiencing this love, like, out of this world. So, like I told you already, from the lady, we was staying with Jerry. She showed us nothing but love. And you know what I'm saying, not the old boy back, we Olo, and we got a lot of homies around the neighborhood that we met. And the kids that I did meet from Perry and stuff, so I'm getting love, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting love pretty, you know what I'm saying, consistently now, you feel me? Like, can't say it was all pure and good and genuine, but nevertheless, I'm a child and all I got in my heart is hate. Any kind of love is good love to me, you feel me? So, 8th grade come around. And now, hanging out with Abby, sharing my class. I got Torn, Lewis, all us in the same class. It's a ton more people, but them the names that I'm dropping because, you know what I'm saying, they was the closest to me. All us in the class now, and we having the like, I wouldn't say the most fun I probably had in school, period, until high school, you feel me? Like, from elementary, but elementary wasn't always great and stuff, but this is what I'm telling you, like, if I had this much fun, alright, so when it came down to it, this one I really got opened up to the world. Like, this one I felt like, y'all laugh if you want to, my innocence was took, you feel me? Like, alright, I'm just playing, but nah, before I even start there, any of y'all virgins that might be watching this, man, y'all keep that sacred, man. Don't let nobody make y'all feel bad about it. We don't care how they feel. They want to, throw away you know what I'm saying, something that we always giving, but we kind of squandered away just trying to be a part of this world. Don't be a part of this world. Keep, you know what I'm saying, your virginity for whoever you want to give it to, whoever you feel deserve it. I had to leave with that, especially the men. A lot of men will try to, like, rank you and talk, bro, who cares? Trust me, them boys miserable. You be happy. You wait until you find whoever gonna be happy and live right. So, back on point. This one I learned about really, like, head, intercourse, fingering, you know what I'm saying, like, getting a hand job. And I'm gonna say that's as far as it really went, you get what I'm saying? And hunching, but hunching now to a deeper level where you actually trying to burn, you actually trying to, accomplish something by hunting now. This is all the things that, I got exposed to. So, from 8th grade, we got me walking in the bathroom, seeing I kind of do is getting, like, This how I go. I hit that bathroom and be like, whoa, and they're like, nah, bro, come on, just go ahead and piss. So I'm not looking, but you can see the head movement out the peripheral. So now I'm like, that boy, like, he really enjoying himself over there, you feel me? So now I'm not seeing it, but like the emotions and stuff like that. I'm seeing yumming up. I done walked in the bathroom where niggas running a train on this is the first time I even seen a train being ran. You get what I'm saying? Like, all this was foreign to me. This like, I'm telling you, it's a whole new world. A Latin top vibe. Like, I'm looking like 3, 4. Let me get out of here. They and she doing it. But we not just gonna talk on all that, you feel me? Like I told y'all, it was, you know what I'm saying, a different time. I came up in a time where all this wasn't plastered everywhere and stuff like that. So slap boxing was a thing. I think that's what controlled my aggression before I tried to play football. Like, cause I told you, like, in 8th grade I did try, like, this when I tried to play. Like, I guess when I started playing, like, at the end of the year or something like that. So before that though, it was slap boxing. It was, them boys introduced me to slap boxing, and I loved it. I'm telling y'all, I loved it. I mean, and challenged any and everybody. It was only like 2 people in the whole school that really had them hands to keep up with your boy, you feel me? And everybody else, it was smoke, like, let's do it, pat, pat, pat. And some people you couldn't really do it with because they couldn't hold it. Like, when I say hold it on, I'm not talking about with their hands. I'm talking about mentally. Like, if you hit their ass 2 times, then they want to fight. It's slap boxing, bro. Like, relax. Like, none of us really got triggered like that. That's why I love the group of people I grew up with. Like, you lost. Guess what, bro? You gotta shoot me one tomorrow. That's it. It wasn't that deep, you feel me? And it was a young lady named Destiny that she also opened my eyes up in a different way. That she was the first real athletic girl. Like, she was, I want to call it, she was kind of like, she was on her gymnast kind of vibe. This girl was fast. This girl had hands. This girl was flipping. She could play sports. Bro, like, like, she was one of the reasons in 7th grade going to 8th grade, because she was older than me by a year. So 7th grade, this how I got introduced really into the slap boxing. Like, I knew what it was, but I ain't really touch it. But some days she'll walk by me, and I told you, like, I was, look, I just want to say a young, little, cute, you know what I'm saying, kid. I only want to say, like, I can't sit here and say all that super, oh, I was a fine, screw all that. Just in the world eyes, I was a cute little kid, you feel me? So in her eyes, she was like, I don't know if she liked me or nothing like that, but she'll always walk by and hit me with a 2-piece. Pap, pap. And I just look at her like, yo, keep playing, you feel me? One day I'm going to slap you back. Probably should have never said that. Probably should have never, like, not like, it was never, nothing bad, you feel me? But when I said them words, the day she done pap, pap, and I done hit her with a 2-piece back, from that day, every time until she graduated in 7th grade, we slap box. Anytime, it didn't matter where we was at. She'll pat, 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 so I'd be like, oh man, now I gotta square up. But it was fun, never to hurt nobody, and it was never no real, like, crazy stuff. So, it was cool. And then also, at the end of that 8th grade year, 7th grade year for us going into 8th grade, them boys had like a black versus white fight, but it ain't make sense because it was like really a Chico versus black fight. And then whatever side you felt like you fit in at, you jumped in, but it was fun, don't get it twisted, but you know what I'm saying, like, it ain't really make no sense now I'm older. It was like, what we was even fighting for, you feel me, like, whatever. I think that was just the way they wanted to go out of, Renaissance with a boom, but cool, to each his own. So back to 8th grade, now I'm learning all these things and slap boxing my thing, so I got my asthma pump, and I'm good off that asthma. I told you I know how to control that. My emotion and my rage now, I told myself I'm gonna calm down, so I'm not going super stupid crazy, and I already made it through 7th grade where most people ain't really, you know what I'm saying, like, when I told you I let them know about my mom and stuff, most of them respected it. They ain't really, like, try to trigger me in no way, shape, or form. So 8th grade was that, you know what I'm saying, and my dog Abby homegirl did cheat on me, you feel me? So that was the first time I felt that emotion, and told myself I wasn't gonna feel that ever again. And you younger, so it ain't nowhere near as real as how it would be now. But yeah, but still, I was like, no. So at that point, I started planning a master plan on how I could make sure, you know what I'm saying, I could avoid that feeling at all costs. So 8th grade, you know what I'm saying, I met Abby, I'm hanging out with Abby now. This is where I'm starting to kind of talk to her friends a little bit more. And like I'm telling you, me having access now just to 3 women, one my age, one older than me, and one grown woman that I can kind of ask questions to, you feel me? Even if I'm not comfortable asking mommy straight ahead, I could go ask Abby, and Abby will ask her. So now I'm getting all kind of information about females, and I'm around her too. You know, I'm chilling. I'm with Abby most of the day, all like outside of school, we chilling. So I'm also seeing how females move and act, and what they like and what they don't like. So whole time I got a cheat sheet next to me. You feel me? My best friend was like, and she was the type where I think she knew I was learning it, so she ain't never hold back. She always gave me all the information. You feel me? Not on, you feel me, like not on no trying to hell, here go the information, go screw everybody over. But if I asked and I just wanted to know, and she knew she was gonna answer the question. So that's how I got most of my knowledge about women, was from her, and being around her and her mom and her sister and different things like that. So like I told you, man, I love y'all to death for that. So 8th grade come around and I'm learning all these things, and I'm seeing all these different things, and now I'm kind of confident a little bit, because not a little bit, more than a little bit, because I learned how to talk to the girls out west. I learned how to talk to the girls from Dade, and I already knew how to talk to the girls from Perry. So now 8th grade, swag on a million. I'm like, bro, I can't wait for high school. You know what I'm saying? And then I told y'all in the middle, all this was also while playing football and me getting smashed, but also kind of balling and learning. So I'm gaining all kind of, you know what I'm saying, in my mind, superpowers, if we gonna say anything. So 8th grade was that for me. Like, I want to say the wildest thing, like, not for me, like, we wasn't too wild. Like I told you, at this point now, I'm heavy in the girls, heavy in the sports, and I care about school, but I don't really care about school like that, you feel me? Because I done learned about all these sexual things, you feel me, that I'm now trying to do or want to do. And I'm trying to strive to be, you know what I'm saying, a better football player, because we just got through getting smacked. Like, not got through, like, you know what I'm saying, when I was at school, we was balling and doing all that, but I didn't know we was going to get smashed. But I'm still focused on sports, trying to get better than my dog Tate, basically. And, you know what I'm saying, a couple dudes he was around that been doing it their whole, you know what I'm saying, their whole life. So I'm trying to compete with them. I'm focused on these women. My asthma ain't that much, you know, tripping like that. We ain't got no issues at the crib. Me and my brothers, we always come home, hang out, play the game. Old boy go to work, do his thing. So at that point, I felt like I should have been at a lot more peace in life than I was. But I still was, you know what I'm saying, angry, getting better at it. But once you learn how to mask it, it's hard for you to address it. So it was still being masked. You get what I'm saying? It just was like, I'm surfacely happy because I'm doing all these things. I'm meeting all these people. I'm in a place where I should be happy, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Because I already kind of masked that. Like, I just covered it up. I didn't treat it. I didn't really try to take care of that feeling, or none of them feelings. Like, I just covered it up. But I was a kid, like I told you. I didn't know how to. I didn't want to. I was angry. We can be real. I didn't want to.